morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Free. We've got our panel this morning. Harry Glanz, Alex Nafusi with Capital Mortgage Funding.
Good morning, partner.
Good morning, gentlemen. And of course,
what's up, my man?
We always bring in, look at that guy at the other side of the table here, Dan Dubinsky, Skyward Realty.
Our boy's back. We were gone for 2 weeks. We're back. We have a lot to talk about, a lot happening this week. We took the week off because of the Easter holiday last week, and we're glad to be back. A lot to share.
I guess that what we shouldn't have, apparently. It was miscommunication on my
Don't
part.
tell everybody
I apologize.
It's April 26, 2014. Gorgeous day outside today. A little bit on the chilly side, but the sun is shining and it's dry. Not too bad of a deal. I've got a great idea for you. If you're interested in purchasing a house, make your way up towards Telegraph in Lone Pine at the Bloomfield Township Library. We're having an event there this morning at 9. It's going to start at 9:45, so you got some time to get over there. 9:45 to just a little afternoon. Free donuts, free coffee, free credit reports. These are mortgage credit reports. This isn't what you see on TV.
Free information.
Tons of free information.
Free information, my man. That's the biggest key.
Is your credit good enough to purchase a house? These are some of the things they're going to go over. How soon can I get into the housing market after a bankruptcy or a foreclosure? How do I choose a real estate agent? Why should I choose you as a lender? Are there zero-down mortgages? All sorts of stuff. There's some grant programs out there folks don't even know about.
Well, this will dispel all the myths. When we call it disseminating accurate versus inaccurate information, I mean, what's real and what's not real? We'll have people there, Jeff Zerman, Jeff Janel will be there to answer your questions and really talk about what's going on in the industry right now, and you will get accurate information. None of this stuff that's going on that, hey, you can do this and you can do that. There's none of that going on. You're talking about real talk, hardcore real estate and mortgage talk.
A lot of things going on in regards to even paying off land contracts. A lot of families recently in the last 4 or 5 years had some mortgage trouble, had some credit issues. Now they're able to pay off that land contract, move on, get a mortgage. Those type of questions are answered, along with your parents can co-sign for a mortgage, family members can co-sign for mortgages. Tons of great information. Again, free coffee, free donuts, free information. Make your way up. Bloomfield Township Library, Telegraph in Lone Pine. It's all morning long.
You mentioned the land contract issue. A lot of people, they purchase homes on land contract because they ran into some credit issues over the past. And if that was done the right way, paying off a land contract, it's just like a refinance. I mean, if it's recorded with the county, it's a regular normal deal. I mean, there's nothing outside the box about that. Usually, we're going to condition for a 12-month history on that land contract, but that's a very, very simple transaction.
Yeah, we're going to go right after it here this morning. Mortgages and purchases. Of course, Dan Dubinsky with Skyward Realty. How important is it, Dan? Of course, we all know that they had approval letters in hand, but not only is it an approval letter, it's the education that comes with it to say to yourself, hey, this is how much money I can afford. This is what I'm working with. And then you get in touch with a great real estate agent, and you're able to put that transaction together.
That's the first step of the process. We're fortunate enough to have a area where office where we have a lot of walkability. People walk in the office, and a lot of them just come in to see what's going on. The first step you do is go to the mortgage company, or in our case, we make a phone call over to yourself or Alex and get you pre-approved. That's where you start to find out what you can afford.
Yeah, learn the whole process. Actually, our sponsor is Capital Mortgage Funding. Of course, that's where you can find us all. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. We have people in the office all weekend long. Again, you got to get that approval letter in hand. You can call right now. We can instantly run your credit, gather your docs. Within an hour, you can have an approval letter in your hand. And these closings, if you want to buy a house and close, everything within 30 days.
Well, you can't underestimate the time frame, because here's the deal. If there are 2 or 3 offers, and in a lot of cases now there are multiple offers, 5, 6, 7 offers on a house, whoever has the strongest pre-approval from a reputable lender, okay, that they know that's in the community, they recognize the name, they recognize the person that signed the document, and say, you know what, these guys have been around for 20, 25 years, and they've checked it out. We run credit reports, we check financials, we get pay stubs, we verify tax returns. There isn't anything that we don't do.
If you're a quality listing agent, you're going to make that phone call for anyone who gives you a pre-approval. Now, if we see it come in through a company like yourself, or there's a handful of them, we know they're good. Other ones, you have to make sure that you have to call them and say, okay, did you actually look at their documents, or did they just tell you?
Well, that's the thing, man. It's like, I take a lot of calls, on a daily basis now from listing agents. Say, hi, I have an offer here from Mr. Glanz. It's this, and I have your approval letter. And one of the things that I want to clarify is I don't do pre-approvals. A pre-approval letter is not worth the paper it's printed on. I'm telling you right now. I do what's called the mortgage commitment, which means I verified all your tax returns. I have your funds to close. I have your pay stubs. I've ran your credit. Everything's good to go. And I think one of the nice things about the way I handle it is it puts a listing agent at ease, because really right now it's my job to actually sell them on why, if there's 5 offers, they're all the same, we're all within $1,000. I mean,
I
it's
go
my
with
job
us.
to make sure to, to use me.
Well, and that's the thing with some buyers, and I don't think they do it on purpose, but maybe they overestimate how much they make. They tell you things that.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, and so unless it's actually documented that you've seen those documents, you don't know if it's. That's why you have to talk and find out. Did you actually go through with it?
That's a great statement, Dad. We have a saying. You can lie to your friends. You can lie to your brother-in-law. You can lie to your wife. Okay, but you can't lie to the mortgage guy.
Dude, we had a deal. Benson and I had a deal a couple years ago. This guy calls me up, and I assume, when I talk to someone that's like a professional and executive, I'm like, how much money do you make? He's like, $250. I'm like, all right, no problem. I run his credit, all this. This guy came in. I'm like, I'm just not seeing it, man. Like, show me. Like, I've got his pay stubs, his W-2s, his tax returns, and then he gets mad at me. I'm telling you, I make $250. I'm like, dude. Here's what you make per week. Here's your W-2 from last year. Get me the $250. And it's my fault then.
Great segue. Look, we're going to take all your calls this morning up till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show right here in the studio. 248-539-9797 in the 97.1 studios. That's the real thing is, a little something called the CFPB, the Consumers Financial Protection Bureau, along with Dodd-Frank. Well, there's some severe changes over the last few years. The process, the requirements have changed. We always talk about documentation. We'll touch on it here a little bit. It's really the gist of everything. You got to have a clean file. We'll show you what it takes to get a clean file, to have accurate information, clean documents, all your ducks in a row. Then you can close in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. You're flexible.
Well, there's some do's and don'ts when you're in the middle of a mortgage process. The do's are get all your documents in a row, get your pay stubs, your bank statements, your tax returns, copy of the purchase agreement, all your documentation. The don'ts are don't start going out and buying a new car, new furniture, run up your credit cards, because the things that happen during the transaction, we have to track every single thing. Large deposits going in the bank account. All of a sudden, you took the cash from your mattress and you threw it in the bank account. And believe me, it still happens. It happened 25 years ago. It's happening now. We have to document everything. And then you're going to get mad at us for saying, hey, where'd all that cash come from? That's not the way it works. Don't do anything different during the transaction that would prohibit you from getting a mortgage.
And you see it happen time and time again where people are excited, we got pre-approved, and then they go out and buy a new car. It's, Alex and I,
Tell me about it.
It's happened before.
It's like they go out and celebrate by going to Art Van and spending $10,000, which is tough to do.
Well,
here's a hint. Can you wait till after we close?
There's no doubt, Dan, as you just mentioned, the competition, and it's fierce out there. I mean, we have many clients that are approved. So and if you have 10 or 20 of them and there's 10 or 20 people in our office, that's a lot of people fighting over the same house in Royal Oak, Ferndale.
Yeah, we're back to where we were the end of last year, where we're multiple bids. There's a lack of supply. I was hoping that the warm weather would see more houses come on the market.
It's not really warm, partner.
Well, I mean, the sun's out, right? There's no snow on the ground.
Yeah.
And that's where we're seeing more buyers out there, but we're just not seeing the listings. So now it's the listings are very important, and you do have to have all your ducks in a row because you are going to have competition if it's a home that's priced right and shows well.
Glad you mentioned that, actually. Alex, go ahead.
I was going to say, you mentioned the lack of listings. I got to tell you, 3 or 4 times in the last few weeks, I've gotten notes taped to my door that says hi, we're Jim and Karen. We're looking in the area. There's something available. Blah. We're looking for this house. Please give us a call if you're interested in selling.
Well, that's the realtors are looking for homes now. They have there's
not realtors. Realtors don't do that. Those are the buyers. They don't want to use realtors.
Well, we do some mailers, but there is a problem with the lack of supply, which helps sellers, and it's going to keep the prices going up because we're driving them up.
Dan, I wasn't sure you were going to come in this morning. We have some real estate agents lined up in the month of May, and we always like to bring some agents, professionals like yourself in to talk about it. Something that's popped up recently, I had it written in the show, was the seller out there. I mean, look, you're selling your house. I want to talk to that seller because things have changed. And there are some families out there that are selling, and they're going to get 2 or 3 offers instantly. They're going to sell the house quickly. They've got to get their ducks in a row and make sure that they can get a mortgage on the other end because things have changed. The stated income programs are gone. High ratio programs are gone, and they're not real sure. That's the key. It's actually something I wrote down last night to say, hey, if you're a for sale by owner out there, if you're even selling with the listing agent, make sure you get with your mortgage rep, call Capital Mortgage, and get that approval.
I'll tell you what, we went through the whole process of listing a home not too long ago. Gentleman was out looking at other places, thought he could sell his home, buy another one. He had a promotion where he became a partner in his business, but because the way he was paid, he didn't get paid. It's not guaranteed,
right?
Even though it's going to be there.
Is this our guy that I talked to?
This is a friend of ours, and so
he went from a salaried W-2 guy to now a guy that gets paid probably based on the profits and a percentage. So he's self-employed, so he gets a K1.
Right.
So it's a little bit different situation.
And so he thought doing everything right. He's getting promoted, but now he can't afford the home he wanted.
Right.
You know, and
I think he took less of a base.
He did. That was less of a base, but more on the bonus,
which is good. I mean, it's a lot of, unfortunately, it's a lot of BS. Quite frankly, I mean, you know, from a Fannie Mae standpoint, a lot of times there's not Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac don't always use common sense. That's what frustrates me, you know, as a banker.
But Harvey, you're 100% right. If he would have first talked to someone like yourself, we would have found out that maybe you're not in position to sell right now or to buy. You're certainly not in position to sell.
All right, when we come back, we're going to take all your phone calls. 248-539-9797. We got some great stuff. Hang in there.
97.1 The Ticket.
Pro Football Hall of Fame Fan Fest. The first time fans can interact with Hall of Famers directly.
Every true football fan will want to be there.
At the IX Center.
May 3rd and 4th.
Call 1-844-FANFEST or go to profootballhof.com/fanfest now.
There are two kinds of Michigan lottery players. There's the loyal and patient nightly drawing player.
I just love big jackpots. Oh, they sure are worth the wait.
And there's the lively, thrill-seeking instant game player.
Come on, we haven't got all day. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
And we love them both. Now, Fantasy 5 and Lotto 47 can satisfy both of these players with a fun and exciting new way to win. It's called Easy Match.
Easy Match? Oh, I can hardly wait.
Easy Match, just in time.
Yep, for just $1 more, you'll get an extra set of numbers. Now, if any of the Easy Match numbers match your Fantasy 5 or Lotto 47 numbers, you'll win up to $500 instantly.
I love winning instantly.
And later, you can also win in the evening drawing.
I love winning big jackpots.
So, no matter which kind of player you are,
remember, patience is its own reward.
That and a whole bunch of cash.
When you play Fantasy 5 and Lotto 47, it's easy to make everyone happy.
I'm happy.
Me too.
Okay.
What did I tell you? Hey, win now, win later with new Easy Match, only from the Michigan Lottery.
Bordeins is celebrating our 75th anniversary, and for 3 generations now, we've been growing and selling plants straight from our farm into your garden.
Hi, I'm Calvin Bordein, and I'm proud to say my dad and I still uphold the same values my grandfather strived for 75 years ago. Grow the finest quality, offer the best selection, and provide you with friendly, knowledgeable service.
Our purple people at Bordeins are ready to answer all your gardening questions, whether it's helping you select the right plants for your garden or giving you great tips on lawn care.
I have a lawn tip already, Fiona. It's time to apply the first step of lawn fertilizer.
Perfect timing, because our 4-step lawn fertilizer from Greenview is just $54.99. Plus, you get a $10 Bordein gift card.
Add pizzazz to your outdoor living area with our huge selection of patio furniture. Over 25 styles, now all 50% off.
Click on Bordeins.com and visit us in Rochester Hills, Clarkston, Brighton, and the Bordein Farm in Grand Blanc.
We're here with Gus from Motor City Harley Davidson. Gus, what's happening over at Motor City Harley?
Things are rocking at Motor City Harley, and now through the end of the month, you can come check out the biggest bike buying event Michigan's ever seen. We'll have over 600 bikes, new and used, available, on-site bank reps for easy, creative financing.
Come on, 600 bikes?
We'll have over 600 new and used bikes on the lot.
And what are these finance programs?
We've got the best finance programs available: deferred payment options, low interest options, long-term options, lease options, zero down options, and of course our $99 payment option.
Tell us about that $99 payment.
This week at Motor City Harley, you can buy any bike, new or used, for $99 a month. It's that simple.
All right, so it's the Motor City Harley bike buying event now through the end of the month. 600 bikes, easy financing, that $99 payment. Now tell people where to find Motor City Harley.
Right on Grand River, just east of Drake, or at MotorCityHarley.com.
Thanks, Gus. All deals with approved credit cannot combine promos. See dealer for details. Motor City Harley Davidson, a Detroit original.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Capital Mortgage Funding is a proud division of United Shore Financial Services and MLS number 3038, Equal Housing Lender. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE.
Right now at the Home Depot, get your choice Ortho Bug Be Gone Max ready to spray or 32-ounce concentrate now just $7.88 each. So let's bite back at ticks, mosquitoes, and over 100 other insects and keep them out of the backyard for 3 full months. Let's do this. Spring into savings with your choice Ortho Bug Be Gone Max ready to spray or concentrate, just $7.88 each. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. While supplies last, U.S. only. See store for details.
24 Seconds Bar and Grill in Berkeley's the place to be for everything sports. Saturday night, UFC 172, the light heavyweight championship, Jones versus Teixeira. Bottles of Molson and Miller Lite, only $2.50 during all Detroit hockey games. 24 Seconds in Berkeley, 24secondsbar.com.
Monday on a new Two Broke Girls. When the girls hit the racetrack, the track hits back.
It was a sure thing. There is no sure thing except another Taylor Swift breakup song.
This CBS Monday.
CBS Primetime is brought to you locally by the Credit Unions of Michigan.
97.1, The Ticket, where real men come to play.
Welcome back to the show. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Also, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Or you can give us a call here in the studio, 248-539-9797. Sort of caught us off guard there, Gunny, but thank you very much. We do have some open lines. We're going to go our first caller this morning. We got Jim out there in White Lake. Go ahead, Jim.
How you guys doing?
Morning, Jim.
Love your show. Listen to you guys every Saturday morning.
Thanks,
Thanks, man.
So here's the deal. I have 2 homes, and my other home I was renting for a while, and I didn't like how it ended up with the renters. So we've always wanted to sell it, but obviously the market fell through over the previous 5 years, and I'm having the hardest time dealing with the banks for a price to sell the house. I'm watching other houses get sold, so I obviously have an issue with my realtor. But the banks keep switching and bundling, the mortgages, and then all of a sudden they have we get a new letter from, Green Tree or Nation Star, and it's almost impossible to deal with these.
Well, what do you mean? Why is the bank setting your purchase price?
Yeah, why is the bank involved? I'm getting confused here. The bank shouldn't care what you sell for as long as it's over, as long as they get their money.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's not the appraisal came in at the appraisal came in at let's say 144.
Right.
But the offers we're getting are below that, so it's automatically right at first sale, correct?
So what do you owe on the house right now?
We owe $156.
And what are you trying to sell it for?
I was trying to sell it for $156, but it's not. It's just.
So now you're trying to pay the bank less than you owe them.
Yeah, that's why they're going to have a problem, my man.
Right. So it's a rental property.
I completely understand that.
Wait,
and
Jim,
I get it. They want their money.
Right. And Jim, it's a rental property too.
No one's in the house.
This is your primary?
No, it's my second.
It was a rental property.
It was a rental property, yeah.
Right. So you were making money on it.
No, in this case, we were not making money on it. It was just a break-even kind of situation.
What if you were making money on it? Would you call the bank and say, hey, I want to split it with you?
I would do anything to get rid of this house.
No. What if the house was worth $300,000 and you were going to make $150,000? Would you call the bank and say, hey, dude, I'm going to give you $75,000. I'm going to split my profits with you?
Yeah, I would. I mean,
no, you would not. You would not.
Hey, he likes our show.
I love Jim from White Lake.
At least I want to get rid of the house.
Right.
Dude, here's. I mean, it's going to be a short sale, and the problem is going to be there's going to be deficiency. They're not going to work with you on it because it was an investment property.
So I'm calling you guys because you are the expert.
I want him to rent it. I want you to continuously rent that house.
Yeah. If you're breaking even, rent it. Wait for the appreciation to come back, and then you don't screw your credit.
You can't. The renters. I mean, the renters destroyed the house.
Well, you got to get some.
I'm not a.
You're not a landlord,
manager.
right? You're not a property manager.
Landlord,
that's
man.
right.
I got a full-time job.
I hear you, and that's a good lesson for people out there that want to rent homes. It is taxing, it is cumbersome, and you're in a situation where if you can wait it out, right? Spring sales, summer sales, it could elevate the sales price in that area. You're just going to have to stick it up because you don't want a short sale on your record.
Jim, let's do this. Dan, call Jim after the show.
I have a property management company.
Yeah, Dementi can manage it for you. You can get it back on the market, get some good renters in there, and we'll get you on the right track, man.
Call me.
Cool. Thanks, Jim.
Thanks for the call, Jim. 248-539-9797. We take all your calls.
Jim sounds like he's coachable. He sounds like he's a pretty good guy. He's got, You're gonna discuss it with him. He sounds coachable,
and it sounds like if he was breaking even earlier, and doesn't know really what he's doing, maybe
Right.
he's not getting as much money as he could.
Well, but he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Right, which is
he's
perfect.
out. He doesn't want to do it.
There's multiple things with rental properties and investment properties and property management. People look, at these companies like Taubman and Summit Property Group, these multi-billion-dollar, real estate companies, Berkshire Hathaway, and they're like, well, Warren Buffett can do it. I'm going to buy rental property too. Let me tell you some rental properties, okay? Whatever budget you think you're going to have to fix this house up, you might as well double it, okay?
Yeah.
For a rental property, there's only two reasons you're going to pick up a good rental property. One, the house is a complete mess. There's something going on. Someone wants to get out of it. Or two, the person's just old and doesn't want to deal with it anymore. There's no way in hell if I have a property that's making me money, I'm going to sell it to you. It's an investment that's paying me money every single month. I am not going to list that.
It's going to take some work and some cash flow. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, there's a lot that is involved, and basically the biggest problem with rentals is vacancy. As soon as you have vacancy, you're losing money. So it's about getting people in there in a timely fashion, having the people that are getting out turn it over and get someone in there quick.
Or, of course, screening people. Management company. Yeah. I mean, you want that call at 10 o'clock on a Sunday night that says my Johnson rod's bent and the toilet won't flush. I mean, nobody wants that call.
Hey, it's all ball bearings these days, my man.
It is.
The sale of new U.S. homes actually had plunged in March. Those numbers came out just a week or so ago. Things were a little slow. It's the slowest pace in 7 months. A sign that nationally the spring buying season was off to a slow start. No doubt about that. We actually feel it more regionally. Here, we feel like it's not that. It's the lack of homes that are on the marketplace. So there are things out there. Again, some of the information that you read out there, it's regional. It doesn't always affect us the same way.
Yeah, it is the lack of homes on the market, but we have to address this situation right now because it's going to come up. Because it's getting warm, because there's spring sales going on, because there are a lack of homes and multiple offers, you're having inflated sales price. Now, inflated sales price or prices are higher than they should be or the imaginary bubble, but it's really happening because appraisals are coming in a little bit short of the actual purchase price because of the multiple offers and people want to get in. All right, here's my suggestion. If you want the house, buy the house. No problem with that. But we're only going to lend on the appraised value. We can fight it. We can rebut it. We can do whatever we want. But chances are it's going to come in at what the market value is. Market value is dictated by other homes in that area, what they've sold for. So if you're purchasing a home and you're paying a little bit over, that's cool. No problem with it. But we're only going to lend on what it appraises for. Right, so when we call you and say, when your realtor told you, say, hey, listen, you're buying up on this deal. You want the house. It's a great house. You're going to live here forever. That's a good sign. But we're only going to lend on. You have to be cautioned. There has to be a cautionary tale here by the realtor, and the seller has to know that they're selling their price, right?
Yeah,
seller knows.
Well,
so we're going to lend on the appraised value.
Yeah, so when I go in there to list a house, a lot of people just look at the solds. I look at solds, pending, and actives, right? If you have not many actives on there, your lack of supply, I'd jump the price up, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. But I also tell my seller, we might have an appraisal issue here because we are putting the numbers higher than everything else. Now, you can accept an offer lower, or we can plant the seed with the buyers that says, hey, this might not appraise. Do you have more money to put down?
That's the disclosure part that needs to happen. That's the disclosure.
You do it the right way. And we do a lot of business in downtown Royal Oak, with the lofts in it. It's a very, very hot market. And the cool thing is when a purchase agreement comes over from you guys, you're like, dude, we got this offer accepted. It's $450 on this loft. It's only 1,200 square feet. We're probably going to have an appraisal issue ahead of time. So I know, the buyers know, and the sellers know. So when it comes in at $420,
but Alex,
me and say,
everybody acts shocked.
You're a jerk. You brought the house in low. But
everybody acts shocked on the situation. Okay,
absolutely.
We're all shocked. Oh, what are you talking about? Sold this house for $300. What do you mean it came in at $270? That's crazy.
Yeah, and the buyers, it doesn't make a realtor look good when you represent the buyer and a third party is saying you overpaid for this.
I refuse to believe people don't know. I'm not going to buy into it.
Well, a good agent. I'm
been around a long time. I refuse to believe people don't know these things.
They know. People don't know if they're not with a good quality agent.
Stop it.
I always tell them.
Dude, hold on. We had the guy that bought the race car driver, the test guy for the test tested for GM or something.
Yep.
And I mean, it didn't appraise it. I think he bought it for like $390. It came in at $350 or $360. I still think he got a great deal on that property. There was just nothing when something's so high. You have to set the benchmark eventually.
What are you like, millionaire mortgage guy? You got race car driver clients,
Dude, this guy,
Hollywood star.
I had a man crush on this guy, man. He seriously, he like test drove like Corvettes for GM.
Yeah.
Dude, he's the guy that they get the Corvette going 100 miles an hour and throw it in reverse to see what happens.
I guarantee you I drive faster than that guy.
No, I believe it.
248-539-9797. Looking forward to your calls here this morning on a bright, sunny, beautiful Michigan morning. We're going to go to Tom out there in Chesterfield. Good morning, Tom. You're live on the ticket.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Morning, Tom. Tom is actually calling from a county that's very hot right now.
Yes.
Macomb is hot.
I found sorry, guys, to cut you short.
No, go.
I found a home in Macomb County. It's under auction terms. I'm not an investor. I'm a home buyer. And the auction terms, I was reading through it. They seem very favorable to the auction company, not the home buyer.
Sure.
And I was just wondering what your guys' thought is as being a home buyer. Is it worth going through the auction terms, or
I've done some properties through auctions. It all depends on what the price you get. They're going to put a fee on top of the auction. We got a great deal on one. I doubled my money in 3 years on that property. So don't be focused so much on what the auctioneers are getting. Look at the deal itself and say, all right, there's a lot of equity in that, even if I have to pay them a 3 or 2% fee or whatever it is.
It's always the bottom line,
without a doubt.
Right, and is there even? It's a house that sits on well and septic. I don't have the kind of money to pay someone to go in there, do inspections, and hoping that I get the property to spend that kind of money for those kind of inspections and turn the utilities on.
You need money to buy a house, sir, and you need to do all the due diligence. Otherwise, you're going to screw yourself in the long run. A septic field is very expensive to replace. You need to know what you're buying.
Maybe go down to the city, Tom. We're up against a break. Go down to the city, see what information you can find out about that home. When we come back, all of your phone calls, 248-539-9797.
Save time and money at Southgate Ford. Southgate Ford's offering tremendous 2014 model sign and drive lease deals. No money down, no first month, or security payment required. Now through April 30th, qualified customers can lease a 2014 Ford Fusion for only $209 a month plus tax, or a 2014 Ford Escape for just $226 a month plus tax. These leases are for 36 months and no security payment required. Just tax, title, and plates due at signing. See dealer for details. Southgate Ford never charges the hidden extras like dock fees on new, used, or leased buys, saving their customers hundreds, and you won't waste time with pushy managers. Stay dry and comfortable as you shop their huge 12-vehicle showroom. Southgate Ford can even deliver your new Ford to you. Shop and save time and money at Southgate Ford on 4th Street or online at southgateford.com.
Weingarts, everything from lawn to snow.
April showers bring May flowers, and they need to tend your lawn. Jack here, neighborhood yard master. Honorary title, but I've been to Weingarts enough to know they have the selection and experience to handle any job. Overgrown shrubs? Overrun with leaves? Stop by Weingarts during their 69th anniversary sale for specials on high-quality steel equipment. Whether you need a trimmer, blower, or chainsaw, you can count on the guys at Weingarts to find the right steel product for you. As the top brand of handheld equipment, Steel is known for quality and performance.
At Weingarts.
From the size of your lawn to the size of your wallet, at Weingarts, you get the right equipment for your job. Check out the anniversary sale through May 3rd in Utica, Farmington Hills, Cedar Springs, Clarkston, and Ann Arbor. Or visit them at Weingarts.com. Better selection, better savings, honest answers.
Weingarts, everything from lawn to snow.
RV show prices are back. Yes, RV show prices are back at General RV. This Wednesday to Sunday, get show prices on trailers, on fifth wheels, on everything, even the most luxurious motorhomes. General RV has RV show rebates, RV show discounts, and even low RV show financing. This truly is your last chance to save thousands. For 5 days only, General RV has manufacturer's show deals on names like Fleetwood, Jayco, Coachman, and all the Keystone brands. The best prices, the best brands. This is a sale you don't want to miss. Get a show deal on a trailer that you can tow with almost any vehicle and sleeps the whole family. Get a show deal on the motorhome that gets almost 20 miles to the gallon. Outstanding outstanding RV show prices are back at General RV this Wednesday to Sunday. Save thousands at General RV in Wixom, White Lake, Brownstown, and Mount Clemens.
Hi, I'm Doug Manns with Manns Lumber and Millwork. People ask me all the time if it's worth it to install Trex decking, and I say yes. Trex is the way to go for sure. I mean, think about it. You'll never have to stain your deck again. Never. No sanding, no painting, no staining, ever. Ah, your back's feeling better already, isn't it? Knowing you don't have to restain your deck every few years. Okay, well, think about this. Your Trex deck will never rot, warp, or give you splinters. Never. Imagine you and your kids walking around barefoot on your deck in comfort for a lifetime. Now, isn't that worth it? Sure it is. And ladies, if your husband gives you a hard time about the extra cost of installing Trex, tell him to man up and do it right. Get a Trex deck. It'll last a lifetime. He'll thank you for it, and you will never have to beg him to stain your deck again. Ever. Now that's definitely worth it.
Manns Lumber and Millwork, the #1 Trex dealer in Michigan, has a team of certified Trex installers to help you with your deck project. Man up, do it right, and install Trex. Call 1-800-TRY-MANS.
Huntington doesn't think nickel and diming you with fees is the right thing to do. And with their asterisk-free checking, they won't. Huntington, welcome.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Meyer. Red Wings in Boston today. It could be the end of their season if they don't win. The Red Wings trail 3-1. The Bruins have won 3 games in a row. 240 right here on 97.1 The Ticket. Stanley Cup playoffs last night. Winners include Chicago, Philadelphia, and Anaheim. NBA playoff winners, Brooklyn, Chicago, and Houston. Meanwhile, the Tigers go to 12-8 with a 10-6 victory over the Minnesota Twins. They grabbed the lead by scoring 7 in the third. Torrey Hunter, Roger Davis, each at 3 hits, lead the 15-hit attack. Rick Porcello goes to 3-1, giving up 4 runs in 5 innings. Today it's 0-2 Anibal Sanchez the mound for the good guys. 145 on CBS Sports Radio 1270. From the 1-800-CALL SAM studios, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 971theticket.com.
The Stanley Cup playoffs. One more reason when you think of sports, you think of Detroit's #1 sports station.
97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. You can also send us an email at mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. I know we have a full staff all weekend long. Diane just called me, and I know she's looking for your calls.
What's our Facebook page, man?
Our Facebook page is the Hardcore Mortgage Show. You can just punch in the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show. I think Hardcore Mortgage, it'll pop up.
Hardcore Mortgage, that's what our Facebook page is. Go on there, make some comments.
Just Google Hardcore Harvey. See what comes up.
I'm going to change my name, I said.
Do not do that. I'm 100% joking.
Hey, do you know Harvey's a radio guy? He talks on the radio.
I want to tell you that this actual little real estate news is brought to you by our friend right there, Dan Dubinsky over at Skyward Realty. Dan, did you know that the median sales price of residential homes increased? Would you believe it? 1% from last year. $164,500 is the median price across the country. That's a 10% increase from the previous year. So definitely homes have appreciated regionally here. We know that, but really across the country.
Yeah, locally, I think it's been up something like 15% or something. Even a little bit higher.
Where'd my paper go? That article.
Well, let me throw this out there one more time. Hey, we got that great event going on at the Bloomfield Township Library. It's actually going to start in about 10 minutes, but it's going on until about 12:30 today. If you're making your way, if you're in the area and you want to check it out, again, we got free donuts, free coffee. Here's the kicker. Free mortgage credit reports. This is the real McCoy. This isn't the Credit Karma stuff or whatever you think. Free credit report.
Good one.
That's not a lot.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Karma. Did I say that?
In-house counsel.
Anyhow,
dear Mr. Glanz, your guy
said that our credit reports aren't real. Well, maybe they're not for mortgages. But anyways, the cool thing about it is they're going to answer all your questions. As you mentioned earlier, Harry, tons of information, how to buy a house, the whole process, who can co-sign, how the funds work. Everything you want to know about getting a mortgage, talking about home purchasing, go check it out. I know there's a couple real estate agent guests, and, of course, our team over there at Capital Mortgage, the Jeff and Jeffs, are going to be over there. So check it out. Bloomfield Township Library, just on the east side of Lone Pine, right there off of Telegraph. So check it out.
Okay, here we are. We're, 34 minutes into our show, and we haven't talked about rates. Do you know why? Why have we talked about rates, Alex?
Rates don't matter.
Great rates.
Yeah, because rates don't matter because they're still at the historic lows that they were in the 1960s. All right, so it's not about rates. It's about, can you qualify? Can you lay your head down on your pillow and make the payment, right? And what the property value is that you're going to buy.
It's a great segue into this article that I found. It's another mortgage guy's blog from California, but it says 7 mortgage brokers / bankers I would like to body slam.
That's a good title.
And the number one is my rate is 0.5% better than yours, mortgage banker.
It's impossible.
I'm telling you guys, everything with all the government oversight right now and all the regulations, you're going to get the same rate and the same costs, I would say, within an 1/8 to 3/8 of a point, no matter where you go. There's so much oversight. You're really picking somebody that's going to close your loan on time, so you can deliver what they tell you, and that you really want to talk to. That's really all it is.
Let's throw that out there.
It's 100% service.
Always service. We've been talking a lot about purchases this morning and ways to purchase a house, of course, the process. Refinancing, of course. HARP loans are still available. The program's been extended. Home Affordable Refinance Program. This is part of the recent administration. It's been working. The program's fantastic. You could be severely underwater, just a little underwater on your home. You could have a second mortgage. That can be subordinated. You can save money. And the key is a lot of the families are reducing their term from the 30-year mortgages that they're on, and there might be 5 or 10 years into this mortgage, down to 15-year fixed, down to 10-year fixed loan. The savings are fantastic.
There are a few products that we offer that I think that a lot of people don't offer. One is the 10% down. I mean, you can still waive your escrow. So 10% down. Usually in the olden days, you need 20% down to pay your own taxes and insurance. We can do it 10% down. We have 5% down with lender-paid mortgage insurance, which means we pay your mortgage insurance for you. I mean, those are the two products that usually when I quote them, people are like, wow, how are you doing that?
And the real kicker, I love the 5% down, all gifted. So if you have a good credit and you don't want to spend the additional money on an FHA loan, FHA loans are fantastic, but they're a little costly. The MIP, the upfront MIP, if it's your only route, it's a great loan. But save money. Check it out. See if you can go conventional, 100% gifted money. Again, call Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. You'll save a ton of money. And we talk about refinancing. Harry, we're going to talk about consolidation of debt. We're going to talk about paying off land contracts. How about switching from an FHA loan to a conventional mortgage? And better than that, lowering your term has always been a winner. That's our favorite.
Well, that is our favorite. Reducing the term. If you're on a 30-year fix now and say you're 4 years into it, why not go check out a 25-year term, save a year, or go to a 20-year term and save 6 years? All right, that's the best thing. Your payment's going to stay relatively the same. Right, you're going to save a lot of money, tens of thousands of dollars. That's number one. Number two, consolidating debt. There is built-in equity now as homes appreciated. Your property value has gone up. Take and get off that credit card merry-go-round to where you can go ahead and you can pay off toxic revolving debt with low interest rate mortgage debt that's tax deductible. I mean, I'm not a CPA. I don't play one on the radio, but even your accountant will tell you that that's a good move, and your financial planner will tell you that. Those are two good things that you can do: reduce the term or pay off your toxic debt.
I really dig the term loan where you can actually choose. You know, I want to pay this off in 17 months or in 17 years, or whatever, 23 years. We can set your term to that. And people say refinancing. It costs you more over the life of the loan. Yeah, if you're 10 years into a 30-year fixed and you refinance to another 30-year fixed, you're saving $200 a month. On paper, you're saving $200 a month.
But you're rolling up
you are going on forever. You now made it a 40-year term. The whole point of a loan, I've been saying this for 12 years, the whole point of a loan is to pay it off. So when you reduce your payment by $200 a month, keep making the same payment or re-amortize it over whatever the amount of time you have left on that loan is.
Well, and Alex, that's why we were so dead against doing those super fun Happy Meal, pick your payment, add to the balance mortgage arms back in the day. And we just didn't do it.
The interest only, 30-year, 15-year.
Those are all the homes that were foreclosed.
I think everybody's sitting here on this, what we call our panel. Dan, you want to sell more houses. Alex, Harvey, and I and our entire company, we want to do more loans. But we want to do the right loans. We want to set the borrowers up for success. We're looking for people, we're looking for referrals. I want to be in this business another 30 years. I've got nothing else going, guys. I'm working. I love working. I couldn't retire. I'm not that good at golf. You guys know that. And,
That's great.
And I don't understand just to do a loan just to do a loan. I just don't understand it.
The program that we see that people walk in the office and say, we want to do the 3.5% FHA program. They don't realize that comes with an additional inspection. You have to make sure that there's no flaking paint, no uneven pavement. So that's an additional inspection you have to get through. And you tell them about the 5% down, no PMI. It's almost a no-brainer to go with that. And we've turned a lot of people on to that program, or you guys have.
Lots of programs. Be sure to give us a phone call here. We got some open lines. 248-539-9797. I wanted to just touch on a quick little article. It was a great one in Fortune magazine. Americans have fallen in love again with real estate. Once again, according to a recent Gallup poll, Americans think real estate is the best long-term investment as the markets recover. Homeowners have faith, and
now they like us. In 2008, you'd be out and people would tell you how much they hated bankers and realtors.
I'll throw in the followed by
cool
housing. It goes housing, gold, stocks, mutual funds, savings, bonds, CDs, the whole deal.
Look at historically. Well, you did a seminar the other day where you showed over 30 years a little glitch in the market is going to be in 10 years from now is going to be 2010 to 2012 is going to be you're going to see things go down, and then it's going to go back up again. But over the whole life of it, it's gradually going up.
Well, real estate always has been a great investment. There's a saying in real estate that, you know what, they're not making any more land. And that's why people do invest in real estate. And did we have what you would call a glitch or a bump in the road? Absolutely. But historically, over time, and we did show that 50-year chart, that real estate's been a tremendous investment since really the beginning of time.
I think I brought it in here last week or a couple weeks ago whenever I was in here that showed Oakland County is at $175,000 right now for the average median home sale. It was last January at $147,000. Guess what it was at the peak in 2008? Guess
$225,000.
208. Wow. So we're going to be up there, in some cases in some lofts and condos and other properties. I'm telling you, we are there. But
so if I do my math, would we say we're 80% back to where we were?
Yep, exactly.
82%, something like that?
I don't want to see the huge spike. I want regular, old, nice, easy appreciation. Because I think there's a huge spike, the next year's bringing is the drop the next year.
We're up against another break. When we come back, Debbie's calling all of yours. 248-539-9797.
In the world of family law, there's one thing that often gets forgotten. The family part. Finding a family law expert who is honest, compassionate, and accessible doesn't have to be hard. Just call Hal Goldberg. Hal Goldberg is a former friend of the court attorney, so he knows the system inside and out. Family is there to share your burdens. A family lawyer can do that too. For divorce, custody, visitation support, or paternity, Hal Goldberg will fight for you. Call for a free consultation. 248-842-0157. 248-842-0157.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a SelectQuote agent with a true story of how SelectQuote goes to bat for you buying term life insurance. A while back, a man called me who had prostate cancer. He asked if I could beat a very high quote another life insurance agent had given him. I said, let me see. Well, I took his pertinent information, then shopped the highly rated, price-competitive companies we represent, and found one who pre-approved him for a premium way below what he had been quoted. When it comes to term life insurance, no other company touches SelectQuote's experience and expertise in finding the right policy at the right price for almost anyone. How about you?
For your free quote, call 1-800-955-5789. That's 1-800-955-5789. 1-800-955-5789. Or go to SelectQuote.com. We shop. You save.
She didn't have any signs. She didn't have any symptoms.
But to be sure that it was safe for her daughter, Rachel, to play sports, Lisa took her to a 97-1 The Ticket student heart check screening.
They knew something wasn't right, and they sent her for further testing, and they took her off sports right away. Rachel has hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. She has been very mature about it. She's been able to substitute some of those activities for other things.
Find out more at 971theticket.com.
Make it a priority. You'll have peace of mind if there's nothing wrong, and if there is something wrong, you'll catch it early, and you'll be able to do something about it and protect your child.
Spring is here. It's time to get on a Victory motorcycle and ride. We've got rebates up to $1,000, a 2-year ESC, and the right financing to get you on the road. Victory Motorcycles. Ride one, and you'll own one.
Now, see the 2014 Victory Motorcycles at Motor City Motorcycles, 1765 Telegraph Road, Bloomfield Hills. Start riding a Victory today.
Offers valid in the U.S. and Canada, subject to credit approval and valid on new 2011 to 2014 models. Good through 4/30/14. See dealer for details. Always wear a helmet and take a training course. Never ride under the influence of drugs or alcohol.
Your home is at the heart of the American dream. And now, the dream is back. In the past year, home values across Southeast Michigan have risen over 40%. And so has your home equity. At Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union, we're celebrating the rising equity you have in your home with the Dream is Back Home Equity event. Right now, you can get a home equity line of credit with a rate as low as prime. And for a limited time, even earn cash incentives up to $500. So now you can take that dream vacation Build that beautiful kitchen. Fund that college tuition. Whatever part of the American dream you've been dreaming of. The Dream is Back home equity event at Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union. Joining us is easy if you or a family member attended school in Southeast Michigan. Call 866-674-2848. Or you can apply online at msgcu.org/thedream. Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Today, get out to Hockeytown Cafe in downtown Detroit for the official Red Wings viewing party, where 97.1 The Ticket's Dennis Fithian will broadcast from 1 till game time. The Street Team and Ticket Chicks will be there to get you properly revved up for a record 23rd straight season. It's playoff time for your Detroit Red Wings. Join the movement and occupy Hockeytown as the Wings battle the Boston Bruins in round 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Game tickets on sale now at DetroitRedWings.com.
The station that puts the all-pros on the radio. 97.1.
Welcome back to the show. We broadcast till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. You can reach us at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. That's 1-800-569-7283.
You know, Harvey, sometimes people
that would take place.
Sometimes people should hear what we talk about on break. They're
That's
very,
a whole other show.
They're very informative, enlightening, and they're non-adversarial, and we give good advice, don't we?
We're working on that. That's going to be aired on midnights on some other station in the future.
In my eyes right now.
That's good. We could do a whole reality show on that.
Let's go to Debbie out there. Good morning, Debbie. Welcome. You're from
Hi,
Allen
Debbie.
Park.
Morning. Hey,
Morning.
guys.
Hey, what's
happening?
I'm waiting to get your good expert advice here.
All right,
here we go.
All right, here we go. My husband and I owe about probably $100,000 on our house. We usually pay extra on the principal monthly. No debt. And I've been trying to convince him to buy some property up north, whether we get a home, cottage, or even just property and put a camper on it.
Okay.
The biggest thing that we're fighting is we need tax breaks. About 2 years ago, I checked in with our bank, and we were approved for about $160,000.
Okay.
So the way I'm trying to convince him is to buy some property. We were thinking, well, do we have to go corporation? Could we buy it underneath my son's name, so that we're somehow getting a tax break and making the best out of our money because we're kind of tired of paying the government.
Sure. Me too. So I guess my thought, you're just buying a second home up north, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's nothing outside the box about that. I mean, you're going to be able to get the interest deduction in your name or your husband's name. I wouldn't put it in your son's name at all. I don't really understand the philosophy behind
Potentially,
that.
if he buys a house and doesn't own another house, he could homestead that house. Potentially. He can claim that this is primary residence. That would probably the only thing, maybe a tax break on it, because you can only homestead one property.
How much you want to spend on the new house, Debbie?
It doesn't even have to be a new house. I'm just looking to make an investment up there. I know my investment return's not going to be very high because I know the property doesn't appreciate much up there.
But up north
it's just
is
more
awesome.
of a summer home.
Right, I understand.
Anywhere between, we were looking from 150 to about 250.
Yeah, I mean, let me give you a call after the show. We can run some numbers for you. What area are you looking in up north?
Oh, as far north as I can, up in the Keweenaw Peninsula area.
Oh, wow.
By
You're
Copper
way up
City,
north. Okay.
Calumet.
Wow, way up north. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let me call after the show. I'll run some numbers for you, and we'll get you taken care of.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks, Debbie.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
I need more friends that have cottages up north. It's a great idea. Again, it's a lifestyle. Purchasing a unit like that is fantastic if you're going to use it.
Way up north. Is that UP? The
Keweenaw, I'm not 100% sure. Easy on the counties there.
I don't know.
248-539-9797.
I stop at Petoskey or Bel Air. Traverse City is about as far north as I go.
Let's go out to Bob out in Utica. Hey, good morning, Bob. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's up, man?
All right, so I got we have a condo in Rochester that we bought 8 years ago on a 7-year arm, in hopes to, to sell it after the 7 years. That's right when everything dropped out. So the 7-year arm expired, and when we're in a basically the rate readjust every year.
Right.
Well, when it readjusted, it adjusted down pretty dramatically. So I actually had a savings. The problem with it is it's an investment property for me, and I want the peace of mind knowing that it's fixed, but
Sure.
I'm struggling with the value of it and being able to refinance it because it is an investment property because I am homestead somewhere else.
Is it backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can do a hard loan on that, even though it's investment property. Absolutely, man.
How do you? Okay, so I guess and obviously this isn't time to do it. Maybe we could touch base on how to do that. I want to lock it down so I can stick with it for the next 20, 30 years and keep it as an investment.
Bob, no problem at all, man. You can do a HARP loan. You can usually get the appraisal waived. I mean, there's definitely options there. We get that thing locked in for you. So I wouldn't worry.
Okay.
That's an easy deal. Let me call after the show.
All right, thanks, guys.
Cool.
Thanks for the call, Bob. 248-539-9797. Let's go to Dan out there in Warren. Hey, Dan, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how you doing? I listen to you guys pretty much every Saturday while I'm at my work. So
cool. Great, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
No problem. Got a question. Back before the whole market took a dump on us, and we all know, I was able to shortly thereafter be able to refinance into a 15-year. I'm 36 right now, so I'm about almost 7 years into the 15-year now.
Nice.
So that side's good. But what I'm struggling with after the refinance is that we took the extra money and we kind of over budgeted our plans on doing a kitchen remodel. So now I'm juggling some credit card debt, here, there, that got passed along at 0% interest. Now it's up there, and everything and whatnot. And I kind of caught just a piece of your last segment about the home equity loans. Would it be feasible to do something like that, to take a home equity loan and refinance all that credit card debt? What would the terms would I be looking at as far as like years to pay it off?
Right.
Because that's what's holding me back right now from making the decision.
I'm with you. So you got 8 years left on your 15-year, correct?
About that, yeah,
okay.
roughly.
What's the balance on the current? What's the balance on the current mortgage right now?
Balance on the current mortgage, I would say it's about $75,000.
And what's the house worth?
I'm going to say we were underwater pretty heavy. I'm going to guesstimate on the low end maybe $100,000, but it might be more than that by now.
I mean,
but I'm going to guesstimate probably $100,000.
In a perfect world, I'd like to take the loan divided to 80%, so get you some cash out, pay off as much debt as we can, and then amortize the loan on an 8-year term to keep you on the right track, on the same pace of paying off the mortgage.
Okay.
So a lot of it's contingent upon the appraisal. It's one of these deals that we have to do the appraisal and see what it comes in at. I think even on the conservative side, if I can get you $7,000 of the $14,000 to pay that off,
I might save them. Yeah.
And keep you on the 8-year pace to pay the mortgage off, you're still going to save money, man.
Yeah, when we got the appraisal back when the first HARPs came out and whatnot, and the home affordable, that stuff. Yeah. The appraisal came in. I want to say. We bought the house at like 137. We refinanced. That was in 06. We refinanced because we owed like I want to say it was just around 95 or something like that, and it came in at the 125 to value or something like that. We were able to do it, and I think the appraisal was right around like 93,000.
Are you're north of 12? Yeah, you're north of 12 Mile. You're like 12, 13 Mile Road. Where are you?
I'm right at about 12 miles.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Right about 12 Mile Road. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with that area. I know Josh is, but I know that area is. There's the homes are moving over there.
I think the values are up. Yeah, we're going to help you out. That's a great call, Dan. Thank you very much. We're going to follow up with you right after the show. Again, 248-539-9797. We got a few minutes left if you want to chime in. You guys want to talk about anything real quick or go to Joe?
The Berkeley Mirror that says Berkeley named 5th safest city in Michigan.
Oh, there you go. Congratulations.
It'll be the first when I move out, but
earlier this year we know that Groseal, we know at Groseal and some of the other communities, of course.
Groseal was number 1.
Okay, great.
Because there's like 8 people that live in Groseal. I was going to say it's on an island.
It's not easy to get to. Hey, let's try Joe out there in Chesterfield. Good morning, Joe. Welcome to the show.
Hi, guys. I got a couple quick questions. First, we have a mortgage of about only $35,000 and left, and it's around 5%, a little over 5%. We were thinking of possibly refinancing for one, and for two, we're also thinking about selling the house and moving more north, like Chesterfield, a little bit more, even more north, towards out 94 towards north. And I wanted to know what your thoughts were. Would it be wiseable or even feasible to get a lower mortgage and refinancing
Joe, here's
for
the
the
thing.
$30,000? It seemed everywhere I go, because it's such a low amount, they want to raise the rate.
That's true. It doesn't matter though. Let me tell you, like the hardcore facts of it is that the way a mortgage is mathematically calculated is all the interest is front loaded. So the first 15 years of your 30-year mortgage, you're paying the majority interest. If you only owe $35,000, even if your rate's 7%, your payment's covering mostly principal. So it's not going to make any sense. Put the rate out of your mind. Don't even worry about it. It doesn't matter if the rate's 10% right now. If you only have $35,000 left on your mortgage, you're paying all principal anyway.
Oh, okay. See, you're educating me now. Would it be feasible right now? I'm thinking about selling that. We're in a brand new subdivision, and a builder just bought out all the last lots, and he's now building.
Perfect time
Within
to
this
sell.
whole summer, he's going to build another 20 more houses.
And Harry says,
and I
Harry
want
said
to see if I
Macoma's
can,
hot.
get it while it's hot and move out.
Get it while it's hot. Macomb is hot right now, my man.
We'll give you a call after the show. Definitely. That's
Thanks, Joe.
Way to go.
Really good
Thank you,
call.
sir.
All right. We got one more call to get to, and let's try it. Steve in Milford. Go ahead, Steve.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Morning,
sir.
Steve.
You got to be quick, man. We're almost out of time.
All right. I'm in the process of buying a house, like right now. I've got a purchase agreement out there waiting to get signed. I've got a verbal okay that it's been accepted. So I'm aggressively shopping mortgages right now. I heard you guys mention a 5% down, no PMI program.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I get some more info?
Yeah,
Sure, we'll give you info on that.
It's just lender-paid mortgage insurance, Steve. I mean, you can do 5% down, no PMI. I mean, it's a pretty boring loan. It's just something we offer.
Right now I'm looking
easy.
at the 3.5 FHA.
Steve, FHA is a great loan. A lot of times we don't have to use it. I don't want to just because it's a little more expensive. Give me like 5 minutes. I'll call you right back.
All right, that's going to do it. Thanks for the call, Steve.
Thanks,
We're going to
Steve.
follow up with all the callers. I want to thank everyone for calling in. Dan Dubinsky for showing up. Skyward
you.
Realty,
Thank you.
downtown Royal Oak. For Harry Glanz, Alex Tabusi, I'm Harvey Free. We got Pat Caputo coming up. Sports, social commentary all day long.
The proceeding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Jenna from Clarkston has a question for DTE Energy, and we have Kate here to help answer it. So, Kate, how can Jenna save energy and money?
Well, don't worry, Jenna. We have a lot of online tools to help our customers be more efficient and save money.
Oh, I love saving money. Can I borrow $1?
Sure. But how about I just tell you to go to our energy efficiency house? That'll help you find energy savings tips for inside and outside.
Excellent. Now, talk to me about lighting.
When you go to the store and you're overwhelmed by all of the choices in light bulbs?
I'm constantly overwhelmed.
The lighting guide is going to help you with that. It gives you information on what's changed in lighting and what to look for when buying bulbs.
There's tons of varieties, right?
Oh, yeah. You can even have them in your dining room chandelier.
Now, talk to me about this